Welcome or welcome back. My name is Vanessa, and for today I have a very exciting video. This weekend I am attempting a readathon of sorts. So this weekend is actually Labor Day weekend, and today is Friday, and I'm off until Monday. My sister's going camping with her dad, my mom's going camping with her boyfriend, so I am all by myself this weekend, and I decided, let's see how many books I could knock out from now until Monday. So currently I'm at my sister's house, but tomorrow afternoon we will actually be moving locations to my mom's house. So I packed a little bag of all the books I want to bring, and I want to show you kind of my little TBR. Now this might be a little ambitious, but this is what I'm packing. Here's my little bag. I've got 2 graphic novels, 1 manga, 4 regular novels, and then my Kindle is also in here. So let's show you what books I have. Okay, so currently I'm reading Serpent and Dove. I am almost done with it, honestly. I'm about that far in. I think I'm like 75% of the way in, so I should be able to honestly finish this today. But this is a YA fantasy romance between a witch and a witch hunter, and it's like an arranged marriage. I don't usually read fantasy romances, so I don't think I'm like the right person to take recommendations from, but I think this book is just so good. I read the majority of this book last night, and I could not put it down. I was up very late last night reading this, and I'm so excited to jump back in. I heard the second book isn't as great, but we'll see. Anyway, so I want to finish this book. Okay, next I'm going to show you the 2 graphic novels I have. First, I have Fun House. This is a graphic novel memoir about her family, I think, owning a funeral home. And the whole color palette is blue. And I just think it's going to be fun and interesting. And so that's the next one. And to no one's surprise, I got Heartstopper Volume 4. I own Volume 1. I read Volume 2 and 3 on Webtoons, is where it's originally published, and still being currently updated on Webtoons. So I read 2 and 3 over there, but I have not read number 4 yet, and so I'm really excited to read this. I kind of don't really remember what happened in the previous books, but I'm hoping, context clues will help me remember some of the plot. And for the manga, I have, is it Spy Family or Spy X Family, Volume 2. This week I read Volume 1, and I actually really liked it, so I have Volume 2. And then for our novels, I have Some Girls Do. This is a sapphic YA romance. I thought it was something I could fly really easily through. It is also blurbed by Casey McQuiston, who wrote Red, White, and Royal Blue. I also have One Last Stop from her on there. I haven't read it yet, but I have it. And I think one of our main characters likes to work on cars, is a mechanic. I'm not quite sure, but again, I thought this was something I could fly right through, and I'm excited to pick this one up. And then these last 2 are kind of to break up the genre, give me a little bit of a palate cleanser. So first, I have a historical fiction, and that is The Tattooist of Auschwitz. The audiobook for this is only 7 hours long, and I tend to listen to them on 2 times speed. So I'm thinking I could get this done in 3.5 hours. And I have had this book on my shelves for years, so I'm excited to finally get around to reading it. And the last book I have is The Inheritance Games. I've been seeing this book go around everywhere. I have no idea what it's about, but I'm excited to read it, and I'm a little wary about starting a new series just because I have the first book in the Serpent and Dove series in this series. I'm not typically a series reader, that's why I'm saying this. So I'm a little nervous, but we got this one. And then of course, I am bringing my Kindle just in case I want to read a nice smutty romance. Again, another palate cleanser. And those are all the books I want to get done this weekend. Will that actually happen? I don't know. But what I'm hoping for is to, 1, finish Serpent and Dove, which I think I will do that tonight, just because I have like an hour and a half left in the audiobook, and that's not that long. I want to get at least 2 graphic novels read and 2 novels read. Is that ambitious? I think so, but we have the rest of Friday night, which is tonight. We have Saturday, we have Sunday, and then the morning of Monday, because then everyone comes back Monday afternoon, and I'll probably wrap this up then. However, it is about 4:30 right now on Friday. I just ended my first week back at college, so I do already have some homework. So I think I'm gonna go to Starbucks and do some homework over there for a few hours, and then I will come back and start reading. But yes, these are our reading plans for this weekend. Let's see if we get them done, and I will talk to you guys later. Hello again. It is much later and the dog is here. I don't know where to find good lighting, but I just spent like 2 hours at Starbucks. For the first hour, I fought with my e-textbook. Couldn't get it to work. I had to email my teacher the sitch. The second hour was spent trying to do my homework without the textbook. But I still have more. But for now, my brain hurts. And I'm gonna read a little more of Serpent and Dove. Maybe see if I could finish it out. I don't know, let's see. Hello, it is the next afternoon and I do have some reading updates for you. So last night around 11 p.m. I finished Serpent and Dove and I gave it 4.5 stars. I absolutely loved it. It did leave off on a cliffhanger, so I put the next book on hold at my library. But I really like the story. I like the plot. I like our characters. I like the relationship. I liked it a lot. Then, after I finished that, I picked up Some Girls Do. I think I got about 3 chapters in last night. This morning, I read a little more. I'm on chapter 6, page 38. So let me tell you guys what this book is about real quick. It's about our main characters, Ruby and Morgan. And Ruby is kind of a tomboy. She likes working on cars. However, her mom likes to put her in pageants, so she's also a pageant girl. Now, Morgan, on the other hand, is a track runner. She is new to the school. She got kind of kicked out. She was forced to leave her old school because she came out as queer. And it was like a Catholic school, I think. So they're like, y'all gotta leave. And now I think her parents are suing the school. But for now, she's living with her brother and going to this new school. And they run into each other. And there's sort of like an instant attraction, which I am not a big fan of. Our characters haven't had many interactions with each other. It's a lot of kind of just like eyeing each other across the room sort of thing. But I'm excited to kind of see where this relationship goes. But for right now, I do actually have some errands to run. I still have more homework, believe it or not. And then, like I said, this afternoon, we are going to my mom's house. But I kind of want to update you guys for now. I'm going to keep reading as much as I can. I wasn't able to find an audiobook for this one. So this is going to take me a little bit to get through just because I have to like sit down and read. But I will see you guys later. Okay, so I'm back with a quick update on Some Girls Do. And I feel really bad for Ruby, one of our main characters, the one who's in the pageant. Her mom is pushing her so hard to be a pageant queen, to win every single pageant, to be Miss America, and that's all because Ruby's mom had her when she was 16, so all her pageant dreams went out the window, and she's forcing them on Ruby, and Ruby's like, well, I kind of owe it to her, but she's not having fun. So I kind of feel bad, and I like want to say she doesn't owe it to her, but anyway, that's where we're at. Our characters have had a lot more kind of interactions, but nothing romantic has happened yet. I'm gonna keep reading. Okay, so it's not that much later, and I wanted to come back and tell you that Morgan's brother and the things that Morgan is doing. So she's trying really hard to make the school and just like everything in general feel super like safe, like a safe place. She wants to make a safe place for all the other queer kids, closeted kids, whatnot at her school. So she's joined this community center. Now she's a peer counselor, and she's trying to be the person she wished she had, sort of. And her brother, who she's living with, is super supportive and super nice, and I just kind of love what they've got going on right now. And I had to come back and tell you guys, and it's going so far. So our main characters just got paired up in a class project, and now they're like meeting up outside of school and working on things, and both of them are like, OMG, does she like me? Does she like me not? So there's like a lot of angst and a lot of like, you know, do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm about halfway through now, and it's getting really cute. I don't think there's any like problems I have with this book. But I am going to put it down just for a little bit, make some dinner, hang out, and I'll pick it back up later tonight. We got the fish tank going on in the background, but I wanted to update you guys. It's about 11:30 p.m. and I just finished Some Girls Do. I know the reviews for this book aren't that great, and I do have to agree with some of them. The characters are a little insufferable, but it is YA and their actions kind of make sense considering they're literally in high school. But I liked how the story ended up for both of our characters. In the end, they both had really great support systems, even though it wasn't like that through a lot of the book. I'm really not sure what I'm gonna rate this, maybe 3.5 or 4 stars. I'll have to sit on it a little more, but I think next I'm gonna pick up Spy Family Volume 2, get a little bit into it. I am kind of tired. But yes. Good afternoon, everyone. It is the next day. It is almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I had quite the eventful morning. I was getting ready and noticed I did not see my dog. She was not here. So turns out she was at the park. She got out, she escaped, she was at the park. People called me and I picked her up, but I was out there fixing the gate, make sure she couldn't escape. Anyway, I did manage to just finish Spy Family Volume 2. I love this series so much. I don't have Volume 3 and I think I'm gonna go pick it up tomorrow. I don't know if I told you guys what it's about or not, but it's about a spy. His codename is Twilight, and he's on a mission to kind of save the world, for world peace. So his kind of facade he has to put on is a family. So he finds this child from an orphanage and adopts her, and then he has to find a fake wife, and she can actually read minds, and his wife is an assassin. However, they all don't know that about each other. A spy, a telepath, an assassin. The only one who knows is her, because obviously the little girl can read minds. But it's really good. I like it, and I think this is my first manga I've ever read, and I'm really liking it. Next, I'm really not sure what I want to pick up. It's either between Heartstopper Volume 4 or The Inheritance Games. I managed to find an audiobook for this on YouTube so I can listen to it. I think I'm gonna take a little break and make some desserts. I got this kind of like pumpkin bar recipe that I really want to try out. I think I'm gonna do that and then start reading. But yeah, I think the readathon is honestly going so well right now, I think. Okay, so I wanted to update you guys on here's the dog. Anyway, so I wanted to update you guys on my pumpkin bars. I think I messed up in not letting them cool all the way. The recipe did say let them cool, but I'm so impatient and the whole thing just kind of fell apart. But this is what they look like, and they got frosting. I put food coloring in the frosting, so that's why it looks like that. And it's pretty tasty, I ain't gonna lie. Oh my god, the dog just fell off the couch. So I'm back with an update. That is the dog. Do not be alarmed, that is... Okay, so I started reading The Inheritance Games. I am on chapter 16, page 64, and it's crazy. So it's about our main character, Avery, and she is really poor. She's living with her sister. Her mom passed away, and her and her sister have the same dad. So they're half-sisters, different moms, same dad. She is visited by someone named Grayson Hawthorne one day and was like, yo, my grandfather put you in the will. He just died. You gotta come back with us for the will reading. Like, you have to be there. So she goes and was like, I don't know what to expect. Turns out the grandfather, Tobias Hawthorne, left his family, considering what he has, basically nothing. They still got like $500,000 each, but basically nothing compared to his 40-some billion dollars, which Avery ended up inheriting all of it, all the estate assets, money, billions of dollars. And she's like, huh? So I have no idea what's gonna happen next, and I don't know how she's wrapped up in the Hawthorns. Like, I don't know her connection that would result her getting this inheritance. And the grandfather, I hope this is it. This really isn't a spoiler just because it happened like 50 pages in. The grandfather, Tobias Hawthorne, left her a note, and all it said was, I'm sorry. What does that mean? So I'm kind of really excited to see where this book goes. However, I'm gonna take a break, do some homework, and then I'm gonna jump right back in because, huh? quick little update. I know I look crazy. It's 12:30. It's past midnight. I'm tired. I made it 40% of the way into the book, and I'm not really sure if it's picking up. I have no idea where the book is going. Like, I know where we're trying to go, but I don't know how we're gonna get there, which is the point of a book. I'm kind of liking the mind games and the twists and turns and the kind of secrecy of it all. However, I'm about to pass out, so I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello, it has been some time. The readathon technically ended yesterday. I was just not in the mood to come on camera yesterday. However, this morning I finished the Inheritance games. Not sure if it really counts as finishing it during the readathon because I finished it today and today's Tuesday. Nonetheless, I finished it and I gave it 5 stars. I love the vibes. I love the characters. I love where this book is going. I am not someone who typically guesses what happens next in movies or TV shows or even books. I don't guess twists. So the whole time I was just fascinated by this because I don't know how Jennifer Lynn Barnes' mind works, but I'm amazed. I put the second book on hold at my library and I cannot wait to get it to finish the series or finish the second book. God. Honestly, the more that I'm looking at it and that I finished it this morning and I'm looking back and it's just what a book. So I'm gonna do a quick recap. This weekend I finished Serpent and Dove, gave this one 4.5 stars. This was actually a really good weekend. I finished Serpent and Dove, gave it 4.5 stars. I'm next in line to get the book from my library and I cannot wait to pick that up as well. Then I finished Some Girls Do. I think I'm gonna give this one a 3.5 stars. It was fine, it's YA. It's just not gonna stick with me in the long term. Then I finished Spy Family Volume 2. I love this series so much. I actually yesterday went to Barnes & Noble and picked up the 3rd volume. I cannot wait to read it. These characters and this story it's truly so good. And then lastly, the Inheritance games, which is amazing. But I want to thank you guys for watching this far if you did. Let me know what some of your favorite recent reads are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!